HIV and AIDS, adopting healthy eating habits, and learning to cope with the disease.
Vela, me repara só. Sabe, uma pessoa pode me ver, não saber que eu tenho esse tipo de problema. Hã? Estou bem, hein? Ouviste?
And with more than 10% of Mozambique's adult population infected with HIV, this message has never been more pertinent. This report was produced by Jonathan Elliott for the United Nations.
Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Phineas Majon. With me here, I've got my friend Chanel. We're going to be together throughout the lesson. But before we go any further, we are supposed to start by sanitizing our hands. When we are sanitizing our hands, we are supposed to start by spraying inside the palm. After spraying inside the palm, we rub right round all the fingers. When you are done, we are supposed to maintain social distance. I think it's fine now. Today, we are focusing on lesson 3, ordering and comparing numbers. Today's lesson is going to focus on comparing and ordering numbers. We are going to start with comparing numbers. We compare numbers to see which one is big, which one is small, or whether the numbers are of the same size. Basically, when we are comparing numbers, we use signs. These signs are the ones which we use. The first one here is called greater than. The second one is called less than. Then the last one is called equal to. We use greater than when you are starting with a big number, followed by a smaller number. We use less than when you are starting with a smaller number, followed by a bigger number. We use the equal sign when the numbers are of the same size. So basically we are saying these signs, greater than or less than, they are always pointing at a smaller number. I've got some examples which are here, which you are supposed to put some answers. Michelle, can you help us to come and put answers? Oh, the chalk is there, it's okay. Yeah, trigger, no problem. Let us look at the work which she did. Here we are having 175, and we are having 50. We are starting with a bigger number here, then followed by a smaller number. So we are using the first sign, which is greater than. This is correct. Then the second one, we are starting with a smaller number, followed by a bigger number. So we are using the less than sign. Here, these two numbers are equal, of the same size. That is why we use the equal sign. Let us go to page 12. On page 12, we are having examples which are there. compare the following by the use of greater than, less than, or equal to. Number 1, we are having 2 and 8. We see that 2 is smaller than 8, so we are going to use the less than sign. Then let us go to number 2. We are having 82 and 68. By comparing the two numbers, we see that the first one is bigger than the second one. So we are going to use the bigger than sign. On number 3, we are having 921 and 780. We will see that 921 is bigger than 780. Then on number 4, we are having 7,234 and 7,324. When we are comparing these two numbers, we will see that they are also having 7,000. Then the difference is on 200 and 300. So the second one is bigger than the first one. So we use the less than sign, which will be pointing at the smaller number there, which is beginning. Then on number 5, we are having 15,219 and 15,219, which means the two numbers are equal. Let us now go to page 13. There's an activity there. I will only do A, then you do the rest on your own. On A, we are having 25 and 23. We'll see that 25 is bigger than 23. Then you are supposed to do the other work on your own. Now we are focusing on ordering numbers. When you are ordering numbers, we are arranging numbers. So there are two ways of arranging numbers. You can arrange from the smallest to the biggest, and that is called ascending order. Then the other way of arranging numbers is descending order. When you are putting numbers in descending order, you are starting with the biggest to the smallest. Let us look at the numbers which are on the chalkboard. We are having 30, 15, 20, 5, 10, and 25. We are supposed to arrange those numbers in ascending order, meaning to say we are going to start from the smallest to the biggest. Chanel, can you come and arrange these numbers in ascending order? You start from here. Thank you very much. She did it very well. After arranging like this, you are supposed to see whether you managed to put all the numbers. Let's check the 5 is there. The 10 is there. 15 is there. 20 is there. 25 is there. 30 is there. If you look at these numbers, you see that their size is increasing as you go up. If you move from 5 to 10, it means these numbers are going up. That is what we do when you are putting numbers in ascending order. We are supposed to check and see whether their values are going up or are going down. Let us now go to descending. Descending order, we are starting from the biggest to the smallest. We are having the same numbers again, but this time we are starting from the biggest to the smallest. Can you come again and put those numbers in descending order? Start from the biggest to the smallest. Yeah, that's excellent. Thank you so much. Let us come here. You will see that our numbers are decreasing. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. So that is what we do when you are putting numbers in descending order. So you'll be able to see that descending order is the opposite of ascending order. Here we are starting from the biggest to the smallest. Here we are starting from the smallest to the biggest. Let us go to page 13. On page 13, we are supposed to arrange numbers in ascending order. The first example is having 10, 50, 30, 40, and 20. If you look at that example, you will be able to see that the smallest number there is 10. Then from 10, we go to 20. From 20, 30. The following, 40. Then finally, we go to 50. If you go to B, we are having 234, 238, 240, 236, 232. So the smallest number there will be 232, followed by 234, 236, 238, then the last one will be 240. Then on C, the first number is 1,000, second one, 5,000, third one, 3,000, 4,000, and finally 2,000. Then the smallest number there is 1,000, followed by 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So if you look at the pattern of those numbers, they are all going up. Then the last one is 15,937, 17,213, 16,000, and 18,123. Then the last one, 20,145. So the smallest number there will be 15,987, followed by 16,089. Then we go to 17,213, 18,123. Then the last one will be 20,145. So now we are done with ascending order. Our next examples now are going to focus on descending order. Descending means we are arranging numbers from the biggest to the smallest. Our first example is having 1, 7, 5, 9, 8, and 15. So from there, the biggest number will be 15, the second one 9, 8, 5, then finally go to 1. Let us go to the next page, which is page 14. On page 14, we are having 560, 599, 450, 345, 489. Now, we want to select the biggest. The biggest number there. The biggest number is supposed to be 599, followed by 560, followed by 489, then we go to 450. The last one is 345. Number C, we are also putting it in descending order. We will start with the biggest number, which is 42,763, followed by 27,114, 16,978, then the last one will be 9,627. Then we are having activity 2. On activity 2, we are going to do number 1 together, then you are going to do the rest on your own. On number 1, we are supposed to put the number in ascending order, meaning to say you are supposed to start from the smallest to the biggest. So the smallest number there is 12, followed by 14, then you go to 16, 18, 20. When you are done with activity 2, we are having our memorandum on page 15. That one will help you to come up to check whether your answers are correct or wrong. We have come to the end of our lesson. So now let us sanitize our hands. Just maintain social distance. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Shoshi and I am back. My mommy used to tell me that I need to wash my hands and sanitize it to keep the germs away. Also, one thing you can remember is to sing the alphabet song while you wash your hands. After that, it will be super clean. I usually do it. And until next time, bye!
Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause see the way it's going to be.
You need water.
Yeah.
We're talking about COVID. So, Rajiv, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I have COVID, it was a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. My kids, I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing. I was chowing like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like rubber pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is desperate for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you found out, you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The booties will come, then we'll collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days we have one meal for the day, then went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who's gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now, I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today, you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days, they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me, but then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister, she was very close to me. She contracted COVID April. And she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here, there was no wind. Out of nowhere, the ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold, and I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile.